Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 205. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan today. We're going to continue the arc of the good vibes, talking about lands decks that we both play, but the exact opposite of that. Now hit our theme song! Hey Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're back in true CCO form, talking about a CCO deck built by us. It's been months. We got some patrons to thank. We got some new cards to talk about. We got some fun stories to tell. But before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com. They're the source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so. And you hit on all of the things.
That's
you hit
rare.
On new cards.
Boom.
There's new cards in this deck.
There's lots of them.
It's a deck that I actually built. I actually built a fucking deck.
What?
First time since like 1982. Built it up. It's here. Version 1. So there might be some live tweaking on air today. Won't be.
That's what Matt Hardy used to do, the version 1 thing, right?
I have no idea. He's doing kind of like a shock or finger blaster combination. If you're not watching the YouTube video, which if you are, thank you, welcome. Make sure you hit like and sub on the video.
And if not, thanks for being here anyway.
Yeah, very much so. Thank you to all the new YouTube subs. We appreciate the support. We appreciate our editor, Ian. Big shout out to Ian. He's been working hard for us on those Zendikar set reviews. We've just been pounding him to try and get him out on time.
He's lucky he doesn't live here. We'd probably be beating him with a sack full of doorknobs. Like, hurry up, goddammit!
Yeah, I'd be behind him just with like magic cards that I've like ripped kind of only halfway in half, so they're like frayed on the ends, like, and just whacking them with these ripped up cards.
He lives in Winnipeg, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's kind of just as bad.
I feel like that's worse. Like maybe he's listening to this being, man, like I think I'd rather have that happen to me than live in Winnipeg.
Oh, it's a real life.
Yeah.
That's real life. Well, you know what? Winnipeg, not all bad. That is where Fusion Gaming is, and that is where you can go if you go to FusionGamingOnline.com and don't want to go to Winnipeg.
And why would you?
And you can use CCO exclusive promo code CCOFusion5 for 5% off all of your Magic the Gathering singles. I just ordered a bunch of packs from there, not only for openflippy.drinky videos that we're fucking doing today. I thought that was another Matt Hardy thing.
No, I'm doing it with the metal sign. I guess not everybody. I can see myself, so I just assume everybody can see me. See, 100%. I got to get over that.
Yeah, 100%. We're recording some videos today, and we also ordered all of the prize packs. We got them.
Excellent.
Set boosters, collector boosters. So if you're playing the guessing game from the CCO pre-show on YouTube yesterday, and you guessed Child of Alara,
Weird Naked Baby,
you would be right. And you can tune in to next week's pre-show to find out if you're the winner or not. But give Child of Alara a read, then we'll talk about fucking everything that's not Magic.
Child of Alara is a 6/6 avatar for Wooburg. That's one of each color. It has trample. Whenever it is put into a graveyard from play, destroy all non-land permanents. They can't be regenerated.
So the hints are today's commander is very similar to my lands deck commander.
Because they're the same commander.
It's the same one, which is a pretty good hint.
Yep.
If you didn't get it, you're stupid. Just kidding. And recent rules update improved this commander by quite a bit.
Because now when commanders die, rather than just going straight to the zone, they technically hit the yard first.
They technically hit the graveyard. Then when state-based effects are checked, they ask you, do you want to move your commander from the graveyard to the command zone? If yes, you can move your Weird Naked Baby from the yard to the zone. You can zone them.
Don't like it.
Oh, baby. This is a powerful card.
I do like it. I just don't like it on this because it's like, oh, that's even more terrible sweeper.
Yes. And the deck does have a couple sweepers to help keep us alive, but it isn't like my lands deck. But before we get to it, big thank you to newest patron.
Oh.
And shout out. And FU.
Yes. F you indeed, sir.
That is probably first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of finger blasting on the Discord for this patron. That is one. Let's call finger blasting on the Discord part of the benefits.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I think the Discord was originally the intended benefit, but everybody just wants to show up and just say, like, let me have it.
Yeah, and they get all the memes and the GIFs and
The finger blasting memes and
You
the
look through,
Brando's eye meme. Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm a meme. I'm 2 memes. I'm so excited.
You're 2 memes deep. Do not Google that. Big shout out to Jason Belk.
Jason Belk?
That's kind of a funny name.
It's kind of like Draining Welk.
Jason Belk casts Draining Welk and would counter my Weird Naked Baby.
And then he would get like how big would it be? A 7/7 Draining Welk?
Yeah, gets +1 for CMC?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Draining Welk.
Jason Draining Welk. That sounds dirty.
If we wanted to make it dirty, we could say Jason drains his Welk.
Gross.
Because we don't know what that means.
No, it sounds like on Dr. Pimple Popper if
Oh
you
my
went in to
God.
get your Welk drained.
Man, Kyla was so into that show
Yeah,
when we
I
had
don't
cable.
know.
And I watched it a couple of times, and it's like these people with all these weird
Just
growths and shit.
gross.
And it's like they were squeezing fucking mashed potatoes out of the human body, and I'm like, no.
Out of a boob-sized cyst on the back of somebody's ass or something?
Yeah. And,
That is just not into... No.
and the thing that I took away from that show more than anything else was it made me think about my poor American friends. Because it's not like you wake up one morning with a fucking goiter the size of my fucking head growing on your ball sack, right? That doesn't happen. So that's been there for a long fucking time, and you had to live with it until some reality show started up, and you applied to it to show them your weird ball lump, and then they decided, yeah, we'll pop that on TV, and then you had to go and show off your fucking testicles on TV so that they could pull fucking mashed potatoes out of it, and it's gross. And here in Canada, if I had like a little teeny weeny one that might turn into a giant boil on my ball sack, I would just go and get that shit removed. And then I'd go home. Right? I'd go wait in a waiting room for 6.5 hours. But at the end of the day, I would not have a weird mashed potatoes filled ball sack lump.
Yeah, you know what? I wish that this conversation didn't happen, but I'm happy that it did. Or something like that. Jason Ballsack Draining Belk,
Welcome aboard.
welcome to the nation. If you want your own CCO nickname, you can go to patreon.com/CCO Podcast. Check out all the benefits. There's some good ones there. They're lots of fun. We'll send you either a Brando altar, a CCO sticker coaster pack if you're into kind of the branded goodies, or if you wanted like an altar from myself, just hit me up. We'll send you a thank you message and we can start the dialogue there. So we appreciate all the patrons. You guys make the videos possible. You made the sponsorship possible because you are our community. Thumbs up. If you can't see it, thumbs up.
Also, I really appreciate it when people have been posting their Brando altars on the Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Because that way nobody gets into it thinking that I'm going to send them some masterpiece.
Yeah.
And instead they're just fun. Like the one guy had he wanted an insect, so I drew a little ant, and the ant had a rocket launcher, and he was shooting some guy in the back of the head, and he was blowing up, and then I had like the little picture-in-picture so you could see what the bug was. Like, I'm not very good at drawing, but I try super hard, and I really like doing
they're
them.
creative, they're fun, they're personal, and that's the kind of stuff that like, and we say it all the time, we center our content around fun, right? That's the Open Flippy videos. We want to be relatable. We're not experts like in the fields that we are. Maybe we're experts in magic. You think we're magic experts?
We could be.
You think you're a radio expert, so
We've been
you can
playing
come in
long
here
enough.
and work all the program and the switchboard, and you know about microphones and shit.
Yeah,
Am I a painting card expert? Probably.
probably. You're pretty good at it.
Like
I
10,000
guess.
hours, you think? Like that's what they say in court of law, 10,000 hours or whatever, right?
Hey, yeah.
Or you need like a fucking like a degree in it.
Huh.
Like you've got a degree in journalism, and I don't know if you're an expert or whatever, are you?
No, definitely not.
No, definitely not.
No.
No.
Nobody would ever accuse me of being an expert at journalism.
Yeah, and how long does it take for expertness to wear off? Right? Like
like 15
I used to
minutes.
Oh,
Oh, not even very
I was
long.
like 2.5 years ago. I was a labor relations expert. I worked in corporate, like industrial construction labor relations for like fucking years. And they say 2,000 hours a year is like how much you work.
Sure.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I worked about 4,000 hours every fucking month.
See, and you'd go back into a corporate relations office and you'd be like, what? And then somebody would come in with a problem and be like, dude, just shut up, pussy. Just go back to work. And that's how that would go.
Oh, man. No, I wish that's how it went. I wish. Speaking of shutting up pussy, don't Google that.
No, definitely don't.
65 land deck, Child of Alara, is one of my most, let's call it, famous decks.
Sure.
It's the deck that I'm asked to talk about. I'm asked if hey, are these going to go in it? Is this going to go in it? What do you think about this? I have a lands deck. I just did a deck tech for it on Commander Ad Populum. The links to Ad Populum and Brando does stuff. Those are our solo channels. They're always in the show notes for everything, so check them out. That deck is the fucking opposite of this deck because how many lands... well, before we answer the question, I play 65 in my deck. I'm trying to get it up to about 67 because I got 2 lands I want to add.
Ooh.
Your lands deck, you sort of have 2. You've got Omnath that plays, I want to say 44, 45 land.
I think it's 45.
And you've got Windgrace, which plays probably close to 50.
Yeah.
Which is, on the deck tech that I did on my deck, I said 50 in a lands deck is kind of like the very top end of what you'll see. My lands deck wants to play 67, which is extreme.
Yeah.
We, in true CCO classic fashion,
we don't fuck around with anything.
have dialed the knob all the way up to, or down to...
Oh, up. This is up.
How many lands?
0.
Fucking not 1. 0. Truth be told, them legacy players, they're nothing to scoff at in terms of magic theory thinking. They know how to bend and twist cards to make them do what they want.
But they have to use 4 of each one.
Yeah, that's the thing. And they have access to 4 of each one.
Yeah.
I was going to say Mox Diamond, but no, they don't because you need a land.
Yeah.
I put Mox Diamond in this and I was like, wait a second.
minute. Yeah,
wait a fucking second. This card does nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I forgot Mox Amber though.
That's probably fine.
Probably fine, yeah, because I'm never casting my commander unless I need to nuke the board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you're not going to have your commander for very long. And then you won't have the Mox Amber for very long. Not worth it.
Yeah, so, okay, do you want to get into the deck? Because there's definitely some questions you have for me and questions that I have for you. Because, like I said, this is version 1, and you have some experience in the type of combo and the type of backup combo that we're playing.
Oh, I do, because I'm a dirty, rotten dredge player. Why does anybody listen to me? I like to play stacks and dredge, and I talk about playing for fun.
Well, we talked before the show, the pre-show, we said there is appetite in CCO Nation for combo decks, because you're like, oh, it's a fucking hashtag curmudgeon Brando. Yeah. And I was like, no, listen, this is cool. It's interesting. It's seeing some playing Legacy, and there's some appetite for it. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay, that's cool.
So, yeah.
So where do you want to start? You just want to jump into the list and talk about...
We're going to cannonball into the deep end. We'll start with the creatures.
The creatures?
The creatures.
Or are we going to do super sweet custom categories? Because I've got them arranged according to custom categories.
So you have custom categories?
Oh,
I spent the whole fucking pre-show rearranging all the cards that they were together, and you had custom categories this whole time?
I forgot to tell you there's custom categories.
You son of a bitch. Let's just get into the deck, Ryan.
Let's just get into it.
Okay, we're going to start with the air quotes creatures.
Oh. Well, with my super sweet custom categories.
Oh yeah, now that we got those up.
We're gonna see if they are indeed creatures.
I spent like half an hour moving cards around.
Oh man, that was great.
You are just a bad friend. We're going to start alphabetically as we are wont to do. We're going to do some sort of quasi-clumping.
Yeah, and they're not actually alphabetical. I have no idea what the fuck's happening.
We're going to go with Agadeem's Awakening first.
Not a creature.
Not a creature. It is a mana producer. I forgot we're in custom categories.
Yes, that's right. This is the mana production category, and you'll notice that it's got that little box on the bottom that says it's a mana on the other side. The front side is a sorcery, black, 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 X. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of creature cards that each have a different converted mana cost X or less. So I say X equals 3. and we're going to get back a 3, a 2, a 1, and a 0 if we have any into the battlefield, which is going to be important because we're playing creatures of those converted mana costs mostly.
And this is one of those things that when you test the deck, I think, because looking at the mana base, I feel like black, and then a bunch more is going to be tough.
Yes, it is, but there is some certain includes that are specifically for this card because it's going to get back our mana dorks after a Wrath.
Sure.
So there's some specific includes exactly for Egdeem's Awakening.
And this one, important to note, the land on the other side will come into play untapped if you bolt yourself.
Yes, pay 3 life, untapped, which is super awesome.
Next up, we have an Akoum Warrior.
Now, another modal double-faced land on the back, 4/5 Trampler for 6. This is a throwaway card, and future throwaway cards, that's how they're going to get treated. This, we've already spent too much time.
Kazandu Mammoth.
3/3 for 3, Forest on the back.
Umara Wizard.
4/3 for 5, Island on the back.
And when she says island and forest, they come into play tapped unless
yeah,
otherwise.
I should say they're not islands, they're not forests, they're just, let's call it a blue mana on the back.
There we go.
There it is.
How about a Black Bloom Rogue?
2/3 black mana on the back.
Tangled Florahedron.
This might win art of the set.
It's very nice.
That's a cool one, hey?
And the foils are cool too.
And I could cast the front side of this one if I wanted a 1/1 for 2 that taps for a green, or I could just play it tapped as a green. It's essentially the same card on the front and the back. If I have the mana for it, I'll probably cast it as a creature.
Sure.
I don't know why it would die to a Wrath. I'll just play it tapped as land.
Yeah, just play it as a land. Glasspool Mimic.
This is another one that I could cast face up. It's enters the battlefield as a copy of a creature I control, except it's a shapeshifter rogue in addition to its other type. So it's a clone from my shit. We like this one in the set review, right?
We did. I like clones. I like this clone because it costs 3.
Turn 1, if I need a blue. Well, turn 2 if I need a blue. It ETB's tapped as a blue mana on the other side, modal double face card.
And it's a cool ninja in the picture, which I like.
Oh yeah.
How about a Skyclave Cleric?
1/3 for 2. It's a plains on the other side, a white mana on the other side.
How about a Maria's Call? This is another one of those ones that you can bolt yourself to get a plains.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is white 4. Create 2 4/4 white angel warrior creatures with flying. Non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. There is a indestructible until end of turn sub-theme to protect my mana dorks because, we're not playing any fucking land. I need mana dorks. I wish this was an instant. It would be an excellent card in the deck if it was.
Listen until your next turn. Just play it on your turn, get some dudes, and then...
Late game, if I have 7 mana and I don't need any more land, I can just make my guys indestructible and negate any potential Wrath.
It kind of gives you haste because you play your dude that you need to tap, but he's indestructible until the end, so you can actually untap with it.
Or if I have Child of Alara, and this is a thing, this is why I like the indestructible stuff in this deck, is if I have Child of Alara on the battlefield, and then I cast this, and then I sacrifice Child of Alara, it makes my creatures indestructible. I get to keep all of them where everybody else has to just get all theirs destroyed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Balagid Recovery.
This is a regrowth for 3 mana, which is useful.
It's fine.
Yep. I actually play an Eternal Witness in this deck so at the same mana cost. The upside to this one, instead of getting a 2/1 in it like Eternal Witness, we get a green mana on the back.
Neat.
Yeah.
How about Palaka Predation?
This is a black mana on the back and a cool picture on the front.
Ondu Inversion.
Destroy all non-white permanents for 8 mana.
Non-land permanents.
Oh, non-land permanents. Yeah. So this does the same thing as my commander, so obviously that's an effect that I'm interested in. If I'm not doing the combo thing, or if I have my backup combo kind of online, I can do that. Or I can use it as a white mana on the back.
How about Seagate Restoration?
That's a bolt myself for a blue on the back?
Yep.
Or double my hand size on the front?
Yeah.
Sure.
Shatter Skull Smashing.
X damage to 2 target creatures or planeswalkers.
X damage divided as you choose among 2 target creatures or planeswalkers.
If X is 6 or more, and it, I don't know, probably won't be, I can double it, or I can bolt myself for a mountain on the back.
Yep. McKindy Stampede?
McKindy Stampede. What are those things? Are those sheep or bugs?
I think they're sheep.
You're probably right. Maybe they're like goats or something. Anyways, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Not terrible if I've got an opening with like indestructible mana dorks. You know, sacrifice Child of Alara. All my mana dorks survive because they're indestructible. Pump them all and just like attack for 30.
It's a tapped white.
It's a tapped white on the
That's
back.
what that card is. How about Song Mad Treachery?
That's a 5 mana threaten effect or a red on the back.
Zoff Consumption.
Definitely a black on the back.
A Zoff must be a mosquito because there's a bunch of mosquitoes and they're giant and they're eating like a I don't know what the hell that is. A deer maybe?
Yeah, that's like Magic's analog to the Jumanji mosquitoes from the original Jumanji with Robin Williams.
Gross.
Yeah.
How about Turn Timber Symbiosis?
Ooh, this card's almost good in this deck, but essentially it's Bolt Myself for a green.
Yeah.
Reveal the top 7 of our library, blah, 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 blah. We're playing cards that let us reveal our whole library.
Yeah, we don't need that crap.
You'll see.
Bayene Veil.
Blue on the back.
Jwari Disruption.
Blue on the back.
Kazul's Fury.
Red on the back. Well, maybe this is how I sacrifice Child of Alara.
It's also a fling.
This is a fling which lets me sacrifice Child of Alara.
So
that's important.
Pretty
people,
decent.
I know from experience that people do not want Child of Alara to die. And you use it as a deterrent from people attacking you. Or you use it as like a very political move. Like, okay, I'll attack in. Block or don't block. Or if somebody wants you to block. Or somebody wants to block to kill somebody else's stuff. Like, you can use it that way. But if you just want it dead, fling will get it dead.
Absolutely. You know what else will get it dead? Hagra Mauling.
Yeah, that is a destroy target creature thing or a black on the back.
Colony Ambush.
This might get it dead too. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So if there's another 6/6 or bigger, this will kill Child of Alara or it'll give me a tapped green on the back.
You know what I like about this card the most?
The cool picture.
The cool picture. Because that tiger here has knives.
Definitely got knives.
Like,
I think it's like one of them weird Zendikari evolutions where they're like they evolved to fight nature or whatever.
They evolved to fight with knives?
Yeah, knife hands.
Tiger knife fights? I don't want to go to Zendikar at all.
No,
I do not.
No.
How about Salundi Vision?
I don't even know what this card does. It's got a tap blue on the back.
Kabira Takedown.
This actually does damage equal to the number of creature I control to target creature or planeswalker with a tapped white on the back. This could kill Child of Alara too.
Spikefield Hazard.
Fuck, I don't even know.
That's a red on the back.
Red on the back.
Sajiri Shelter.
This one's good. Sajiri Shelter gives target creature protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. So if you don't want Child to die, you give it this. Or if you don't want a mana dork to die, or it's just a tapped white on the back.
Valakut Awakening.
Good one too. This is a good one. 3 mana instant speed, remember. Any number of cards from your hand, put them onto the bottom of your library, draw that many cards.
+1.
+1.
That is a cool card.
This card will dig you to whatever, dig you to your combo, or this card will actually help you win the game.
It's a good-ass card.
Yeah, it's a good-ass card.
I like that card lots.
Yeah. And it gives you a red on the back.
Yeah.
Which also important because it's a mana.
Vastwood Fortification.
+1 on a creature, green on the back.
Malakir Rebirth.
This one with Child of Alara is fucking nasty. Choose a creature, lose 2 life. Until end of turn, that creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield under your control. So, Child dies, nukes everything, comes right back to the battlefield.
Or it's a tap black on the back.
Yes.
Tap black on the back.
Yeah. We're rappers.
We got there.
I don't know how many that is yet, but I will let the cat out of the bag when we continue to talk about mana production for the deck. There's a total of 53 things that give us mana. I want to say we've done about half of them.
And the rest of them are going to go by pretty quick. Observe. We have Bloom Tender, Fabro, Elder, Beast Caller, Savant, Birds of Paradise, Elves of Deep Butthole, Druid of the Anima, Llanowar Elves, Priest of Tits, Findhorn Elf, Urborg Elf, Noble Hierarch, Quirion Elves, Elvish Spirit Guide, Simian Spirit Guide, Tinderwall.
Is that all of them?
Those are all of the kind of dorks.
What about the mana rocks?
Well, their mana rocks are also there. And for mana rocks, we have Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, Mana Crypt, Sol Ring. And then for rituals...
Jesus, how was the budget for this deck?
I don't want to think about it. Then for rituals, we have a Phyretic Ritual, a Pyretic Ritual, a Manamorphose, a Dark Ritual, a Cabal Ritual, and that is all.
And remember, the black, you can get black from Manamorphose. You can get black, or 5 black from Cabal Ritual and 3 black from Dark Ritual.
Sick.
So we can do that, and there's a fairly even distribution of modal double face cards that give us black, and we've got Bloom Tender, Feyboral Elder, Birds of Paradise, Beastcaller Savant, Elves of Deep Butthole, Urborg Elf, that all give us black as well for that Egadeem's Awakening. So there is a fair amount of black, probably just as much as green, and as we go into the rest of the deck, we're going to see sort of that trend continue.
I dig it. Where should we go next?
Let's go to the tutor section. We're going to talk about tutors because there's some interesting ways that we tutor in a deck that has no land. There's no land in this deck. I thought about adding one, and it's the one that you think because you know what the combo kill is. But we don't need it in Commander because we have so many cards in our deck.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fucking 0 land. This is not like the 1 land Belcher in Legacy. Those, remember in the pre-show or the start of the show?
This is no land dredge.
Yeah, and like we don't fucking need them.
That's pretty cool.
So let's look at the first air quotes, tutor. Abundance? You're using an enchantment as a tutor, CCO?
Yeah.
What the heck?
You know where you are.
Green 2. If you would draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land. And guess what? We'll choose land and reveal cards from the top of our library until we reveal the chosen kind. We won't fucking reveal any. Then put that card into your hand and all the rest revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order.
So it lets you take your whole library, order it however you want, and then put it back.
This is let's say 4 mana, no life loss, vampiric tutor every turn. We just pick whatever card in our entire deck that we want to draw. We just put it right on the fucking top.
How do you draw the card? Oh, you just pick non-land.
Yes. Yes. You just pick non-land.
Oh, I love that. I like that a lot.
And if it changes, it's like I guess every second turn you don't draw a card. Like we've got other ways to draw cards.
We just set it up for the way that you want it, and then when you play your demonic consultation, you could just redo it real quick.
That's the next card. So black for an instant, and this is a CEDH staple. This card's expensive now.
Yeah.
Name a card. Exile the top 6 cards of your library. So we hope the name card's not in there. Then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal the named card. Put that card into your hand, exile all the rest.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a little bit dangerous, but I tell you, we've got some built-in kind of insurance for this card, and we'll get there.
We have a D-Toots.
That just searches for any card you want.
We have an E-Toots.
That searches for artifact or enchantment, puts it on top, instant speed.
We have a Fabricate.
3 mana, search for an artifact, into hand.
Finale of Devastation.
Oh, baby. This card, when I remembered this card when I'm searching through tutors that I can include, fuck, this one just made this
Rock hard?
Eggplant. Yes. This is green X, search your library and or graveyard.
Ooh.
There it is. For a creature with converted mana cost X or less, put that card onto the B. Yep.
And then if it's 10 or less, or 10 or more creatures you control get +X and haste until end of turn, that probably won't happen.
Probably won't happen, but you heard all the mana dorks were playing. Maybe it could if we've got a lot of mana dorks. But we're using the mana dorks to make X equal 10, so it's like, I don't know.
No reason to do it.
Sure.
Brando's altar suggestion of the week. You could paint a little fire-breathing Grimlock on there. You would sell it immediately.
Sure.
Next one up, Recross the Paths. I know this card.
Look at this Morningtide gem, hey?
I like it.
It's got Clash. You think we're ever going to win a Clash? We actually might.
Are you
Some
kidding
of those
me?
modal double face cards cost 100.
Fuck yeah, we are. We're going to win lots of Clashes in this deck. Have you seen how much the shitty side of those lands cost?
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, dude.
You reveal my 10 mana double face card. So this is a sorcery for green 2. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card.
Uh-oh.
Guess what's going to happen? We're fucking not going to.
That's not going to happen.
Put that card into your hand, so we're not going to. And the rest on your bottom in any order.
So this reorders your whole library just like Abundance did.
Just like Abundance. And we can clash and potentially do that again.
Now, clash is you reveal the top card of your library with an opponent. They do the same. Whoever has the highest converted mana cost wins that clash.
Yeah, if you win the clash, this card goes back to your hand.
So you could hypothetically recross the paths and instantly win the clash because you can just put something that costs 9 on top.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that.
And then just put this back in your hand. And then you can draw your 9 cost thing, which will be a land or whatever it is.
It'll be
you
a
happen to
land
want.
that you needed, so you get the fucking land anyways. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Or you can just nuke the whole board.
Yeah. This is a...
Fuck, that is genius. Man, everybody out there, all the other content creators that are knocking CCO for being casual, dumb, bad Magic players, we just fucking next level all of them.
We're galaxy brain as fuck.
We are CCO brain.
That's right. There's a difference. Instead of having a galaxy in your head, it's just a beer.
It's just an empty beer can rattling around like in the back of my truck.
All right. In the last 3 cards of this section, we have Pull from Eternity and Rift Sweeper. And Noxious Revival.
Yeah, so a little bit of insurance that I talked about. Noxious Revival, put a thing from your graveyard on top of your library, and you can pay it for Phyrexian green at instant speed.
You can also do this on your opponent.
Oh, yeah.
So, hypothetically, let's say you don't want an 8 cost thing with your clash, because you want to get your Agadeems, whatever.
Yes.
So you could find somebody's fetch land, put it on top of their library, get your Agadeems on top of yours, clash with them, make sure that you win.
Oh,
get your
yeah,
thing
just
back.
give them a land, and then we can win a clash with a 3-drop. And this costs 0, just 2 life.
So
okay,
there's all kinds of little tricksy things you can do with this.
And I put this in the tutor section because if we, with some future cards, put our entire library into our graveyard because, no lands, we can search our entire graveyard with Noxious Revival, put it on top of our library. If we do it from graveyard to on top of our library at the cost of 2 life, it's exactly Vampiric Tutor. And instead of $87, I spent nothing because I own a Noxious Revival. Now, Pull from Eternity, white, instant, put target face-up card that's exiled into its owner's graveyard. So remember, graveyard, it's fine. I don't care that it's there because I can get it back. Noxious Revival and other things. If it's exiled with Demonic Consultation or other things that might exile, I can just get it back from pull. And Rift Sweeper enters the battlefield, choose target face-up card that's exiled, shuffle it into your library. The cool thing is if we exiled our whole library with Demonic Consultation because we named Forest because we're not playing any, we can then cast a Rift Sweeper, shuffle the exact thing that we want into our library so on our next turn we draw it because it's the only card in our library.
Ooh.
So lots of little weird little ditties that we can do.
I like it. All right, let's keep going. We're not going to tell everybody what we're doing yet. We'll go to our dig for what we want to do that we're not telling you yet, and some of the cards that are going to keep us alive while we hunt.
Yeah, and this section is going to highlight some of the cards that I like, some of the cards you like, and some more new cards from Zendikar Rising.
Neat. We'll start with Azusa, Lost But Seeking.
2 extra lands per turn.
We're not playing any lands, Ryan.
When we have the choice to play lands on modal double face cards, we can choose to play extra ones.
Ah, see what we did there? We're going to Dryad of the Elysian Grove. This is an important one.
This is an extra land card, and our lands are every basic land type.
So that'll get us to our black, green, red, blue. If we end up having to cast those big sorceries.
Yes.
Ancient Green Warden.
Oh, another new one. And you just picked one up from Fusion, didn't you?
I did. This is a cool card.
Did you use CCO exclusive promo code CCO Fusion 5?
You know it.
There it is. Did you get 5% off?
I sure did.
Fuck yeah. Okay, this is a 6-drop 5/7 with reach.
Sounds terrible.
Sounds like it should just come into play tapped on the other side with a fucking green.
What is this? A fucking white card? It's so bad.
Yeah, well, just wait. There's more. You can play lands from your graveyard.
That's strictly medium. Now it sounds like a frickin' black card.
And just for the record, everybody in CCO Nation, if you have the choice to play a land out of your graveyard and there's a land on the back of a modal double face card, it's essentially giving you the same choice as playing that card as a land out of your hand. So you can play a modal double face card as a land out of your graveyard.
Very important to note. They're not lands in your graveyard per se, so you can't get them back with stuff like Life from the Loam, but you can still technically play them with things like Ancient Greenwood.
Yes. The other thing it does is land Harmonicon. If there's a land ability that causes, or a land entering the battlefield causes an ability to trigger, like Landfall, it triggers twice. And a couple of the throwaways that come into play tapped with lands on the other side, they do actually have Landfall. Like the 3/3 Elephant for 3, Landfall +2/+2. Sure.
It's fine.
I don't really care about that ability. I like a 5/7 with reach. It's kind of akin to, or on the level of size as Child of Alara is. That's cool. Got beaters.
It blocks stuff all day.
And lands from the graveyard, which is important. We are playing a Crucible of Worlds and a Ramunap Excavator as well.
Yes, we're going to jump over the Ramunap Excavator and go directly onto Boros Charm.
Ooh, choose one. Don't care, and permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn.
Yes.
If it just said that, I would play this card because it's 2 mana.
Austere Command.
Ooh, choose 2 this time for 6 mana. Destroy all artifacts. Cool. Destroy all enchantments.
Neat.
Destroy all little creature.
Ooh.
Probably won't pick that one. Destroy all big creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't like the art on that card. I don't like it.
That's the Masters 25 art or something. That's the new one.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I like the original Command arts from Lorwyn, yeah.
I don't know what it is about me. This is just a total aside. I don't know what it is about me, but I don't like Magic cards that show people doing magic on them, except for that counter spell where the guy's going, and the spell's like shooting out of his hand and then just going flaccid.
The original, like the OG counterspell art?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't really like cards where people are doing magic on them.
Yeah, it's like in your mind you have kind of like this vision of what magic looks like.
I'm doing the magic. They're not doing the magic.
I get you. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a good reason. I thought like in my mind's eye, I know what magic doing, what that looks like. And to capture it in still form on a card doesn't really do it justice because when I'm shooting magic out of my hands or whatever, it looks very dynamic. Yeah. There's lots of movement and colors, maybe sparks, maybe smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe giant eggplants flying everywhere.
Some frogs and shit.
Middle fingers shooting out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of a wand, we just have a middle finger. We waggle it back and forth and some lightning comes out of it.
Yeah. Oh, man. The altar of the day.
All right, we already talked about Crucible of Worlds. How about Flawless Maneuver?
Okay, Flawless Maneuver, like Boros Charm, is white 2 creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. If we control our commander, who cares? We can cast it for free.
Cool.
Which is great. Like, if Child's going to die, you just Flawless Maneuver, and then it doesn't die. Or you, like, let Child die, or you cast Flawless Maneuver for free, then sacrifice Child of Alara. And then all of our stuff lives and everybody else's stuff dies.
Neat.
That's good.
Yeah. Get Probe.
Pay 2 life, draw a card, look at a player's hand.
Golgari Charm.
Regenerate all our creatures. That's just like Boros Charm.
Heroic Intervention.
All of our shit gains indestructible and hexproof.
Rites of Flourishing.
There it is. That's another extra land card and a little CCO classic staple there, right?
Like that one.
Everybody draws an extra card. Everybody plays an extra land.
Everybody likes that. If you play that on turn 3, you're not getting attacked till turn 5 unless you're going off.
Yes.
That's like a unwritten rule of Commander.
Yeah.
It should be a written rule of Commander.
And people knock on that card all the time because you're giving your opponents resources. But I think in fun games of Commander, I think that you want everybody to kind of do their thing, right?
We've talked about this on the show lots of times where nobody plays EDH for turn 1, 2, 3. We play it for turn 4, 5, and on. And this gets everybody there faster, so we get to play that fun game sooner. And this isn't CDH. This is EDH.
This isn't even.
This is capital CDH.
This is casual. I was gonna say this isn't even try hard CEDH. This is like show up hungover, like call it in EDH. This is like I just have to be there in person because I was out till 5 a.m. last night. DH.
Why are we playing Shamanic Revelation?
Draw a card for each creature you control?
Oh, yeah.
We're playing lots of creatures.
I read the ferocious part and was like, that's never going to happen.
Oh, no. Who cares? Throw away. You know how much on every card we're throwing away?
Yeah, good point. Speaking of cards you like to throw away, Street Wraith.
Pay 2 life, draw a card. It's just like Git Probe. Everything else is literally just fucking throw away.
Treasure Cruise.
I'm throwing stuff away out of my graveyard. Delve my graveyard, draw 3 for blue.
Excellent. Unbreakable Formation.
All right, here's the is it the last one? I don't know. It's white 2. Creatures you control gain indestructible. If we do it during our main phase, put a +1 on those counters or creatures, and they gain vigilance. So
I don't think I've ever actually played that on. Sometimes
Yeah.
if you're alpha striking into somebody that's got a bunch of death touch.
If we flawless maneuver or heroic intervention, and then we sacrifice Child of Alara and our stuff doesn't die, and then we cast what is it? Defensive formation?
Unbreakable Formation.
Unbreakable formation, and then we attack in. Maybe
You'll do like 10.
Yeah, maybe we'll do 15 damage instead of 7 or 8.
All right, should we talk about how we win?
Let's talk about how we win.
Let's talk about
Let's fucking do it.
what are we actually doing? We're gonna do this in the roundaboutest of ways, of course.
No.
because that's how we do things.
Let's talk about the win con, and then everybody will say, well, that only kills one person, and then we'll say, just wait a fucking minute,
Okay,
and then we'll do those other cards.
we're playing Goblin Charbelcher, Ryan. See, people thought we were kidding when we were talking about No Land Belcher and Legacy.
Oh man,
No. We're playing No Land Belcher in 100 card Singleton Legacy. That's what we're doing.
100 card Singleton Legacy, but we called it in because we were up too late last night. Goblin Charbelcher is an artifact for 4. You pay 3 and tap it. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Huh.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Goblin Charbelcher deals damage equal to the number of non-land cards revealed this way to target creature or player.
Uh-oh.
If you revealed a mountain card this way, Goblin Charbelcher deals double that damage instead. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in any order.
So it kills somebody?
And then it tutors you your next fucking card. And that card, or those cards, are always going to be Dramatic Reversal, which untaps all of our non-land permanents, so all of our Mana Dorks, Mana Rocks, and Goblin Charbelcher. Turnabout, which untaps all of our artifacts, creatures, and lands, and Kirkesh Onaki Ancient, which whenever you activate an ability of an artifact, if it's not a mana ability, you can pay red. If you do, you copy that ability. So we get 2 Goblin Charbelcher triggers.
Get stuffed, everybody.
Oh, and you see the reason for having the Git Probe and the Street Wraith and things like that in there now, because if you Charbelcher and you have one of those cards in your hand, you just immediately draw your Dramatic Reversal and cast it, and you Charbelcher again.
Yeah.
And in Legacy, sometimes Charbelcher decks play like 1 Taiga, because if you reveal a mountain, it does double. And you might want a green for XYZ reason, right?
Sure.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
We don't need that because when we reveal like an 80 card library, we're going to deal 80 damage.
The odds of you killing somebody are very high.
Very high.
Now, there's a new card from Zendikar Rising. I can't think of the name right now. It's the one that lets you copy an activated ability.
Oh, the
Or a spell or a permanent. So we
It's-
could get 2 Charbelchers out of it.
yeah,
if we really
I
wanted to.
thought about that one. I thought about copying Charbelcher itself or copying the Charbelcher activated ability. Is it Lithoform Engine?
Maybe.
Does that sound right?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
It is Lithoform Engine. I just looked it up. Brando's looking through his stack of stuff he's trading in. You get some good money for that one. It's about $15.
Good God.
Yeah.
I don't think I opened one of those, actually, which makes
So,
me sad.
well, it's a mythic. This could go into the deck. I thought, oh, it's $15. The deck's already like not very budget. I don't really care because I own pretty much this whole deck if I decide to build it.
So if you open one...
Let's give it
maybe
a read.
it'll
It's a legendary artifact for 4. You can pay 2, tap it, copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. So it's funny, we could copy Charbelcher's ability or Kirkesh's triggered ability and pay red twice and copy it twice anyway. We could pay 3, tap it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control, and choose new targets.
Get this. You could cast Charbelcher, copy the Charbelcher to get an additional Charbelcher, use your Dramatic Reversal or your Turnabout to untap all your shit, and then activate both Charbelchers, and then copy one of the Charbelcher activations to kill everybody at the same time.
Could you just copy the Dramatic Reversal if you have 3 things that are going to untap with the Dramatic Reversal, or copy the Turnabout to untap everything and copy the Turnabout again and untap everything and copy the Turnabout again and untap everything?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't put it in there. That's the kind of stuff when you're copying stuff that lets you untap, or copying copy stuff that lets you target an ability again to copy it. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that goes like in Calamax, and that's the kind of stuff that goes in the Teferi Planeswalker, right?
That's some greasy ass shit.
Yeah, and that's cool. That goes in decks, and it would be good in this deck. But if this isn't the way we're going to win, I actually have a different backup support plan in place.
Now your different backup support plan that we're going to get to right now would be made better by that card.
I think that you're probably right. And the backup support plan does play a couple groaners, like, right? Really, you're doing that? But it also does include cards that you and I personally very much like.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I included it. The Lithoform Engine, package, it's fucking one card, would tighten up the deck a lot. It would free up a lot of space because, like, in this backup package, 16 slots, I was like, oh, geez, my deck has, like, 80 cards. What am I going to do to, like,
fill it up?
Like, what am I just going to run fogs and counterspells? How am I going to cast any of that? So I thought, well, why don't I do some other backup combo of just shit that I like to play? Because what do we say all the time? What's fun?
Multiple ways to win. Different gameplay experience every time.
And stuff that we like to play. We encourage people to play stuff that you like. So that's what I did. Money where our mouth is, again.
That's where we're doing it.
All right, so let's give it a read here, because there's some ones that I guarantee not any person has fucking heard of.
Okay, let's read. I'm going to clump them together, and we'll go over what they do.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about them. We have Avenging Druid, Balustrade Spy, and Undercity Informer.
Those are...
And Destroy the Evidence.
Yes. Somehow, or some way, who cares, when they enter, when they attack, when they hit you, when they die, when they destroy a land, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Then put all of those cards into your graveyard. So that is grind, essentially, right?
Yep.
And there's Mind Grind and Mind Funeral and Consuming Aberration, but those only do it to your opponent. So pray to fuck that your opponent's not playing those cards against this deck. But if they are, we've got some backup. The point is, we put our entire deck into our graveyard. That's
Boom.
Where Noxious Revival's good.
Yes.
Yes, that's where that card's good. Okay.
Now, we also play a Hermit Druid. Does the same thing.
Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a basic land card. Put that card into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Straight into the graveyard. Hermie D, one of my... He's in like my close knit. He's my boy.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He's in your group of friends.
So when we put everything into our graveyard, let's see who we might want to get back.
We've got a Butt Gasp. We've got a Reassembling Skeleton. We've got a Narcomoeba, and we've got a Viscera Dragger.
So, and I think we've got a couple more Unearthed. The Viscera Dragger's got Cycling 2, but it also has Unearth. You can cast it from your graveyard for 2 mana, and it gains haste until end of turn. The Reassembling Skeleton, we can return it from our graveyard to the battlefield for 2 mana. Narcomoeba, if it goes from your library into your graveyard, you return it to the battlefield. And Bloodghast is landfall, return it to the battlefield from your graveyard.
Well, we have a Fate Stitcher as well.
Yeah, Fate Stitcher was the other one. You may tap or untap another target permanent. That could also be very good with Lithoform Engine. The key to this one is, again, Unearth. And when you unearth for just a blue, remember, Unearth does give it haste.
Yes, very good.
Yes, very good.
And it untaps your Belcher, and then it allows you to play Dread Return.
Yes, Dread Return, flashback, because remember, it's going to be in our graveyard. Sacrifice 3 creatures to flash it back. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Uh-oh. Now, everybody probably heard graveyard into library, get creature back from thing, put in play. So yes, we're playing Thassa's Oracle. Yes, we're playing Labman.
Yes, and Thassa's Oracle Demonic Consultation could be like a tertiary and the strongest combo. But everybody's like, well, Thassa's Oracle, what if you miss the ETB, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, we've also got an Eternal Witness that we can get back from our Dread Return. The Eternal Witness gets us our Thassa's Oracle back to our hand instead of the battlefield. So then we can kind of just subtly sculpt where we're going to cast the Thassa's Oracle.
Dig it.
Yeah.
We also play an Underwear Breach.
Oh, baby, that card. When we've got our entire library in our graveyard, Underworld Breach with Dark Ritual just lets us net 2 mana every time we exile 3 cards. So we can make 90 mana. We can cast Dark Ritual like 30 times, make 90 mana.
That's fine.
Or 60 mana because we only net 2. That's pretty good. That's going to get us whatever creatures are left in our graveyard. That's going to get us our Agadeem's Awakening for like 40 or whatever to get every creature back. I just thought of this. Agadeem's Awakening from our graveyard via Underworld Breach off of Dark Ritual cycling. It's going to get every creature back. And then that pump one that gives all our creatures +2. Or the Finale of Devastation from the graveyard. Fuck, man, we're doing it. Oh, yes. 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 We're going to do it.
What can't Underwear Breach do, honestly?
Tertiary. What's after tertiary backups? What's backup to
Fringe.
the power of 4th?
Fringe.
Backup to the power of 5? We've got backups for days. We're backing this bitch right up.
We haven't even talked about all the backups yet, Ryan. Because we have.
We haven't even talking about the brashest of backups.
The brashest of backups, the 1-card backup plan that can go in any deck that will take down games by its mere presence in Brash Taunter.
Oh, Brash Taunter. If you can't pull from eternity, tutor, mill, win, lab man, you're going to die. Fuck. Just make Brash Taunter fight their biggest guy. Indestructible 1/1 for 5. When it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. And you can go red 2 tap, Brash Taunter fights another target creature.
Yet another reason why every deck should play a Brash Taunter.
No. Every deck, Underworld Breach. Every deck. Oh, fuck, get this. Okay, so we're going to have Threshold. So our Cabal Ritual, pay 2 to get 5 black. So we'll net 3. So if we just dump everything at the cost of 3 cards per cycle, we will get 90 mana. It won't be 60. And
then we could use a red and a green to Manamorphose into whatever color we want.
You can Manamorphose into fucking any color.
But no, we can't do that because we're going to draw a card then.
Fuck that. You can play Abundance. You can play Abundance. You can play Abundance and just choose, because if you would draw a card, you just reveal until you hit the chosen.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck yes. Dude, you can't kill this deck.
This deck is indestructible.
Can't kill it.
No, it's tier 1.
How can we cycle Pull from Eternity infinitely to continuously put cards back into our graveyard?
Lithoform engine.
Can we do that? Can we just have 1,000 Lithoform engine double copy spell things on the stack and just copy Pull from Eternity 1,000 times? Pull back everything from exile into our graveyard so we can continuously cast the creature side of, when it enters the battlefield, gain 2 life. That's a plains on the other side. So we can just gain all of the life.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Because we can just keep playing our turnabout and...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We could Goblin Charbelcher our damn self.
Oh, man. You just keep go infinite for so long. Yeah, I'm going to Belcher myself. And I'm going to survive. Then I'll Belcher you. And I'll Belcher you.
I'll Belcher you guys all 500 times.
We might as well just pay Aetherflux Reservoir on this deck. We might as well.
Oh,
because that's what
it'll make the deck worse.
But that is the whole deck.
Oh, no, not Aetherflux Reservoir.
No,
Paradox Engine.
No, I said Aetherflux Reservoir. Because we're going to play enough spells. You might as well.
Yeah, I was thinking, how do we make this deck worse with Aetherflux? That'll make it better. No, fuck that. Oh, man, so good. So... Okay, here's the thing.
So yet another deck built by Ryan meant to do one thing that turns out it just goes infinite in 14 different ways.
Didn't even mean to.
Whoops.
Moving on to strengths and weaknesses. I think that we've mostly covered the strengths.
Yes.
But just for prosperity. Instant combo kills. And a multiplicity of them.
Oh, there's several of them.
Multiple ways to combo and win game is my note.
Yes.
Okay. Plays new cards and plays cards we like.
Agreed.
Both fun and exciting ways to play Magic.
Very cool. They're the reasons why I hope most people play Magic.
And you're going to open these new cards anyways.
You're
You're going to crack packs.
You're probably looking at them right. You're probably opening them while you listen to us.
Get your lithoforms, get your showcase whatevers. I don't think we're playing any... Oh, I don't think we're playing anything that has showcase arts. Oh, fuck, hello. We're playing like 35 cards from Zendikar Rising.
Yeah, they all have. Yeah.
So-
Not all of them, but lots of them.
Okay. Oh, and this deck will age relatively well. With Call Time next year, we're going to get more modal double face cards. I'm willing to put the CCO stamp on some of those modal double face cards in Call Time. Will be creature thing on front, spell on front, land on back.
Ooh.
They said that they're going to be a combination thereof, maybe creature on the front, sorcery on the back type thing.
Huh.
But we are getting the pathway cycle, like land on both sides, not ETB tapped. We're getting the other 4 of those or 5 of those, however many are left in Call Time.
Why did they print 6 of them?
So they could stretch it out and because money? I don't know.
Well, but why didn't they just do 5? Why didn't they do the enemy colored ones and then they did like a mixture of them?
Yeah,
Why did they do that?
I don't know what the actual reason is, but maybe Call Time has something to do with like 3 color tribes or guilds, or maybe there's 3 2-color tribes and then like one is by themselves. Maybe the story of Call Time kind of dictated what lands they need. Put the stamp on that one.
Yeah, man, it was because my brain was melting because I opened so many of these goddamn lands.
And you're like, why the fuck don't I have 10?
Well, I had 6 of them, and I'm like, why did I open 5 of this one and 0 of 4 of them? What the fuck? And I was just losing it.
Oh man!
And I had to look at the spoiler, and it's like, oh. Now I feel like an asshole.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, now I suck.
Oh man!
Damn it.
Okay, those are the strengths. I think they're good strengths to have. Weaknesses. The deck in its current form is a little bit weak to mass life gain decks. If decks are in the neighborhood of 70, 80, 90 life decks, which they exist.
They do exist.
Aiden's got that one ETB like just bounce and ETB gain life creature deck.
Yeah.
And some of those creatures like ETB gain 6 life.
Yes.
And then he like Panharmonicon, so he's up in the neighborhood of like 120 life routinely.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So this deck will have to Belcher him twice, and that kind of thins out what you do with Belcher.
Right.
Okay.
Although Belchering for 90 is still pretty good.
Yeah, it's like Dece, I guess. Maybe we'll have to play one fucking mountain. No, not doing it.
No, we're not.
Okay. Real weakness. This deck plays actual bad cards.
Oh, yeah. Your lands suck.
Akum Warrior, the 5/4 trample for 6 or whatever. We're not even getting 6 power for 6 mana?
It's terrible.
It's fucking
There
bad.
are some bad. This deck would just eat shit to a Blood Moon or a Leyline of the Void or anything that stopped you from searching, digging, or ramping using your lands would just ruin you.
Yeah. Things that ruin traditional multicolor land decks, like the Jund land deck or the Sultai land deck or the 5-color land deck. This deck is weak to the same thing that most land decks are weak to.
Yeah, and then it has the added disability of it doesn't have the rebuild potential or the answers to those things.
Yeah, it's kind of a glass cannon, I guess, if you will, which we're building a deck here that I like to play, that high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit gimmicky. It might be the kind of thing where I try to bust out like maybe once a month type deck. And it's just like, okay, this is my drinking deck. I'm going to see if I can like drink 6 or 7 beer and just try and pilot this fucking monstrosity into the butthole of the ship, like on the end of on Independence Day.
Yeah,
Up yours! Yeah, that's going to be me.
You know what would be a neat addition to this deck? I just thought of this. I don't know if this is how it would work, but I feel like it would work. If you could find a way of blinking your own stuff, you could blink the lands out and they would come back as the other side, right? Is that how that would work?
Jeez, I think so.
Like you could blink a land out and get a Kazandu Mammoth for it.
Or does it
something?
Or does it stay exiled because it changes its state?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Let us know on Twitter at CCO Podcast, at CCO Brando.
Because that could be an interesting thing where you like find a way of mass blinking all your lands, and then you just get it's a bunch of shitty guys, but you get a
that's fine.
pile of fucking guys.
What was the old Modern had all of the Cascade stuff that green spell that just got all your stuff into play? and everything just had like cycling, so you put it into your graveyard. Oh no, that was Living End deck.
Yeah, that was Living End.
Living End, but wasn't there a green one that did the same thing?
I don't think so. I think
Yeah, there was a green one that had 0 mana cost that got you big things.
Oh, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point is...
Yeah, maybe this could be something
a
like that. Maybe that's my next monstrosity. Yeah, that's it. So, strengths, weaknesses. Let's look at the budget real quick because, I'm playing like Mana Crypts and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think... Maybe this is the thing that we'll talk about later. I think that Wizards is going to keep reprinting Mana Crypt because it's an easy equity thing that people want.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that eventually they're going to hit it where it's going to start getting down where people can actually get them. And I really hope that's true.
You know what? TCG average price, $100.
Because they're going down.
And foil ones don't have that 2.5%, 2.5x multiplier anymore.
Yeah, I would love to see
foil
that.
ones are like 50% more.
I would love to see Mana Crypt be like a $40 card.
Yeah,
that's still high end, but like that's something that I think you could probably justify playing. Like I'm gonna
in your good deck or whatever.
I'm gonna power this up. I'm gonna drop $40 on this card. I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out there.
Well, maybe in Commander Legends, maybe everybody needs to tune into Commander Cookout on YouTube later throughout October to hear some of our thoughts on Commander Legends.
Ooh.
We've got some stuff we're working on. Budget. Average price for this deck $580 US freedom dollars.
So that's like 1,700 Canadian. So that's basically average.
Basically budget.
Yeah.
Listen to this. The Mana Crypt, it's essentially a mana, a land, because it costs 0, right?
Right.
$100. Bloom Tender, 47. Chrome Mox, 45. D-Toots, 36. Enlightened Tutor, 38. Look at that, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut all those, $266 worth of cuts. Take them all out, replace them with whatever jank your heart desires.
Yeah. Some piece of shit.
$315. That's half filled with Zendikar Rising cards, and those mythic Bolt Yourself lands are only the price that they are because of Standard, and like Dryad of Elysian Grove and Azusa, only the price they are because of Standard. Fabro Elder, only the price it is because of Standard.
Yeah.
Right?
Although last time I looked at Fabro Elder, it was like $20, and now it's $1.
Well, maybe you were looking at the full art ones or foil ones.
Yeah, maybe I was.
Yeah. A lot of the cards are the price they are because they're new, because of Standard, and some of them, like Bloom Tender, are reprints that you can get like in mystery boosters.
Can you still find those?
I don't
know if those
I
are
don't
still
know. I meant Azusa. You can get in like Core 21 packs
There
or
we go,
whatever.
yeah.
It's a reprint. You might have it. So the $315 price tag might be, $250, which is what we sometimes consider to be what an actual deck costs now.
Yeah, and that sucks, but unfortunately it's the world we live in. And you can probably trade for a lot of this stuff, like especially with new Zendikar Rising things or things from new sets. Your buddies are opening it, you're opening it. You probably have a bunch of crap you don't want. I've got a box of it here, and I'm gonna trade it in for stuff that I do want.
There it is.
And like Ryan opened a bunch of stuff. Maybe he's got some shit, and instead of
wait,
nickel and diming each other, maybe you could just trade across, right?
I got this. If you want to see what we open, you can tune in to Commander Cookout on YouTube.
Ooh.
Because we may or not be opening some stuff, cracking some beers. You can come hang out with us and hear some of our thoughts on Zendikar Rising.
Ooh.
If you haven't got enough Zendikar Rising from last week's week of content, holy fuck.
Jesus
every
Christ.
single day. Okay, Spice Calculator.
Spice Calculator.
Because we hit some all-time records.
Ooh.
We hit some records.
Well, having no land.
No,
is
just wait.
A bunch of trash.
Just fucking wait. Popularity on EDHRec.com for Child of Alara. 811 lists as of this recording.
That puts him at the what? What space is he at?
15th.
He's 15th, right above Progenitus and right below Scion of the Ur-Dragon.
Right above Old Pierogi Tits and right below Ballsack Wing. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't, and now I can't unsee that.
I've painted that card a couple times.
So you won't paint anime girls on cards, but you will put testicles.
Just scrotum. Moving on. Before we start talking about things that aren't what we're actually talking about. Average CMC of this deck, like it matters, 2.89.
That's still pretty good.
It's still good.
Given that we're playing a bunch of cards that cost 402.
Yes, with the exchange rate. If we cut those cards out, the average CMC might actually be right around 2 because there's so many mana dorks. And a couple 0 drops, like the Lotus Petals and the Mana Crypts. And
sure.
yeah, so it's pretty low. But our first record record for most number of tutors ever played in a deck. I think except for my Animar deck, which we only used to demonstrate a combo deck like on episode 14.
Right.
Which doesn't fucking count at this point in time. Too long ago. 10 tutors. But if we take out the Recross the Paths and the Abundances, if we take out the Noxious Revival, the Pull from Eternity, and the Rift Sweeper, which let us tutor full graveyards or exile, if we take those out, oh fuck, with Underworld Breach, you exile stuff from your graveyard, you can actually tutor your exile with Pull from Eternity. And then cast it with Underworld Breach.
Yeah.
Fuck, that card's good.
Yeah.
Dang. If you take those out, we only have 5 tutors.
Ooh.
So we're going to do the spice calculator with both.
Okay.
Okay.
And technically we have 11 tutors because Charbelcher would be one too. So.
Okay. We'll do with 11 and 6. Oh, fuck. I don't even think of that shit. Okay. Cards different than the stock child list on EDHREC.com.
Oh, shit.
All-time record. How many cards different?
Oh, my God, man. Like, there's actually 100 cards in this deck.
86 different cards. The only matches are like the Azusa, the Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Birds of Paradise, Bloom Tender, Sol Ring. Those are the matches. 86 different cards in this list than the stock list.
Incredible.
Now, if we look at like Charbelcher and how many cards in this list match with other Charbelcher lists, that number goes down. But fuck that. That's not how we do it.
That's not what we're doing.
Punch it all into the spice calculator. With 11 tutors, we get a spiciness of 40.
That's still pretty high.
Yeah, because we're not playing any of the child staples. If you punch it in with 5 tutors, if we're not counting Charbelcher, because that's actually a win con, let's just pretend. 55.
Nice.
We actually passed the 50 test with all of the tutors.
We fucking got there.
That's why we're the king and president, baby. Oh man! So look at the pie graph of the mana distribution. Look at on the inside. No land.
It's just a ring instead of a circle. Oh, it's the worst pie.
Man.
Is it having a pie with crust? It's just a crust.
It's just the crust. Your fucking drunk uncle ate all of the center of the pie on Thanksgiving and only left you the crust.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah, and then we're going to charbelch him for 80.
Unless he charbelches you after eating all that pie. Gross.
All right. I encourage everybody who's listening to find the tapped out link, search to custom categories. The link to the deck list will be in the show notes. Wherever you find the podcast, YouTube, themanabase.com. Anywhere it's posted, you'll find the link. You'll find the links to my original lands deck that I talked about on Commander Ad Populum. You'll find all of the sick masterpieces and, I guess all of the showcase cards and sick masterpieces that Brando opened on Brando Does Stuff.
Oh.
Because there was fucking lots of them.
There were quite a few.
So check those out. Remember to like and subscribe to those channels as well. Give us your final thought of the day and thank our glorious overlords.
Final thought of the day. I think Brian hit it out of the park on this one. Another CCO instant classic. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. We want to thank our glorious overlords, FusionGamingOnline.com. They are the source for all your gaming needs. Again, thank you all for being here each and every week, having us in your ear holes, your eye holes, and whatever other hole that you ingest the show through. I dig the deck. If you dug it, try it out. Let us know how you did. And we are going to be back next week with another super exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!